Alright, I'm going to teach you guys today how to detail a rim, tire, and the wheel well, do it the proper way, with the stuff that gets the job done. Okay, first of all, you're going to need to have a good brush. Something you can really get up in there with. If you're not cleaning your tire with a brush, you're slipping. So definitely get a brush. You know, common sense. Don't use something that's going to scratch the rim up. Don't even touch the rim, okay? Don't hit the paint with it. Common sense shit. Okay, you're going to need a brush to also get behind the wheel well. Once again, common sense. Don't be scratching stuff, okay? Keep it right up against the part you're cleaning. And you're going to need to have the right cleaning chemicals to get the job done, okay? Soap and water is just not going to cut it. You're not going to get those professional results. I'm going to be using a designated Vogue tire cleaner for the tires. When you're dealing with white walls, certain cleaners are definitely going to strip that paint off the tire. Now, you do not want that happening. You do not want to be using solvent-based chemicals that will deteriorate the rubber, solvent-based dressing. So a lot of the cheap stuff you're buying down there at Pep Boys, okay guys? It's going to fuck your tire up. A tire that's really bad, you're going to want to use D108. Okay, this shit gets the job done. Do not want to get this shit on paint. Okay? For their wheels, we're going to be using an acid-based wheel cleaner. This is safe on chrome. It's D140. Alright, this is what the pros use right here. This is an acid-based wheel cleaner. It's safe for the plastic. So right here, the center cap, it's not going to hurt the plastic. Okay, but still, it's an acid. We want to be safe with it. You want this cold. That's another thing. If this thing's hot, wait till it cools down. These chemicals that we're going to use today can damage this if this is hot. What you're going to want to do is lightly just get the area wet. Okay. Now you want to get the fender wells and everything clean first. And remember, when you're doing your tires and rims, you want to do these first, okay? Don't soak your whole car down like you're going to go to wash it and then start on your tires and then let all the water just dry on your paint. Okay, that's not what you want to do here. What you want to do, anytime you start to do a car, you want to do the tires and rims first. Okay? So just keep that in mind. It's going to help the soap and the water from drying on the paint, and it's going to help any overspray. If you go to clean these rims and you already cleaned the paint perfectly, well look, now I just got overspray of water on my paint. Okay? Maybe the wind will blow and some chemical might get on the paint. It's just good practice. You do the rims first and then do the paint second. Rinse all this down in here. Your wheel acid cleaner. Okay? It's diluted to a 1/4 ratio. 1 part acid, 4 part water. Here, I'm going to spray this area. I'm going to purposely get this a little wet because I don't want to have any overspray or anything sticking to the paint. So I'm going to go through here and spray this. Okay, once I got all that soaked down, I'm going to go ahead and soak the tire. The reason why I soak the tire is this will prevent any of the wheel acid from just sitting on top of the rubber. Okay, I don't want my acid staining my rubber or anything like that, even though it would take a long time. I'm being cautious. So this area's been wet down. Any chance of overspray is minimal now. I'm going to go ahead and take my wheel acid. I'm going to carefully try to only spray the rim. Back of the rim, the wheel well, all this stuff in here. My brake caliper. Now you want the wheel acid to sit on here for about a good couple minutes. Let it do its job. Let the chemicals do its work. Okay? You're going to come in with a brush. You're just going to lightly agitate all this. Now, this rim was really dirty with just little agitating work. No, you're going to probably have to get, a waffle weave towel up in here, and you're going to have to use some elbow grease. But this chemical, for the most part, to maintain your rims, it's this simple. I literally just need to come through here, give this a nice little agitation, and this acid is going to break everything down, all the road tar, all the grime. These will be the cleanest rims in town for a minute here. That's no joke. I'm going to take like a long handled brush, get back in here and do the lip of the rim. Take the time. Get the backside. Once I've got the well all cleaned up, I got the rim all cleaned up, now it's time to rinse off these products before they sit too long. We don't really want them to sit, you know, until they dry up. So here we are, we're gonna rinse it off now. Now that I've got my wheel well cleaned, I got my rim cleaned, and my rim is wet. Okay, which is another good thing, because we're going to use the wheel cleaner now. We don't want the wheel cleaner either to sit onto a dry surface and just dry up. So by this rim being wet, it's going to help any overspray stick to the rim. It's going to wash clean. It's not going to stain the metals. Okay, that's something you want to keep in mind. Get my little brush, come through here. Carefully, I'm going to spray this, not to get any overspray. I'm not just going to come through here just spraying all carelessly, okay? I'm going to come through just right on the white wall. That's it. And like I said, a little might drip onto the rim right now, but we have it wet. It's gonna come a lot easier to clean. Now let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna come back through here with the brush. I'm just gonna lightly go over it. No need to scrub too hard if you don't need to. If you need to scrub harder, then you might need to scrub harder. But in this case, least aggressive. We're always trying to go least aggressive as possible. Come through here. I can see right away it's already breaking up how I want. I don't need to go harder than this. With these white walls and stuff, if you scrub too hard with the wrong chemical, your paint of the white wall will come off. It will. I've seen it happen. In order for any tire protectant to bond correctly, okay, in order for this to bond correctly to the tire to get the right result, you're gonna need to have this tire completely clean. Most people go down to Pep Boys, grab some tire shine, slap it on the tire, and call it a day. Well, in order for those products to work at all, they put solvent-based chemicals in them that kind of clean, kind of shine at the same time. Those chemicals eat away at your tires. So you're pretty much slipping pretty hard if you're putting that on your tire. You always want to use a water-based dressing. This gtechnic right here is the best, so you might as well just get this. There are some cheaper products out there, but mainly just get water-based. But you want to make sure the whole tire is thoroughly clean. Have it clean, rinse it off, obviously. Alright, when it comes to drying, a lot of people are just stubborn in their way. They really insist on using towels. You know, towels do get the job done, but on paint and stuff, they scratch, and just in these little cracks and crevices, it's just unrealistic, and you're always going to get little drips that come down. The quickest and effective way to get this tire ready to put the dressing on, which is the next step, is to completely dry it. And the quickest way to do that is simply just with a leaf blower, guys. Just grab yourself a $30, $40 leaf blower. It just gets the job done. Alright, now that the tire is clean, and you can tell when a tire is clean, okay, when there's no shine to it and there's no brown on it. It just looks black. It just already looks good. That's when you know you've cleaned your tire right. If you keep scrubbing it with degreaser with a brush and you keep seeing brown come off, it's not clean yet. You got to keep scrubbing it until the water runs clean. Okay? So the main points today: cool rim, cool workspace, wet the area down to help prevent overspray. If you're working with acid on the rim, put some soap on your tire first. It will help it from staining. Now that the tire is ready to be dressed, I'm going to show you guys a little technique on how to do this properly.
This is why this is the best tire trim dressing you can get. Nanotechnology, easy clean, self-clean. It's anti-static, it doesn't let things stick to it. UV block, and it lasts a long time. It's water-based. It's made by gtechnic. This is what you want to get. Crevices and stuff up in here, little symbols, little lines. Okay, I'm not a fan of wasting a lot of product. You could slop it all on there and let it sling all over your car if you want. You know, waste all your money on product. Or you know, this brush is going to work it in to all the little fibers in there, all the little nooks and crannies. I'm just going to put a little bit right here on the brush. I'm just going to work it into the rubber. And just coating nice and good. I can get off in the cracks everywhere. You know, you might want to go up and down and then back and forth. Just common sense. Just work it in there. So you can already see where it's been applied to. You want to knock down the excess. You don't want to just leave a whole bunch of excess on there looking greasy. So I'm going to come back over. I'm going to knock down the shine. Just a nice, black, clean look. And it will stay like this for about 2 to 3 months.
Ain't no telling how the homies in the hood make dollars. Big guns like the Hollywood bank robbers. Stop talking like you can't afford to front me before I have this bitch sounding like the foreign.